Hi guys, my name is Jesse, and the topic I've chosen to do is intoxication and the overconsumption of alcohol at music and arts festivals. So my motivation for choosing this topic is that there's always been a certain stigma around the use of drugs and alcohol in society in general. Things like alcohol and smoking are socially accepted practices, and they comply with what we perceive as normalcy. And in contrast with things such as drugs, which is widely publicised, there is definitely forms of mitigation for this. There is no real balance between the two, and so I kind of made the point of saying that they're both just as addictive as each other, but one is socially okay and one is not. Um, in essence, my proposal is so we know a lot about pill testing and other ways of combating drugs and that kind of thing, but what is there in the way of alcohol consumption? And my proposal is I think that the local governing bodies should implement a mechanism to measure one's blood alcohol level and inform the individual of what it's doing to them at the current state and what effect it could have to them if they intend to consume further amounts of alcohol. I think it should present them with the facts, raise awareness, and facilitate the acquisition of knowledge in this area. It should always be an option. It shouldn't be mandatory upon the entry of any event that you may go to. I think that this should occur in because I have a lot of medical tents and recovery tents at music festivals and so on. I think it should occur in proximity to this, but it should still be its own separate entity, and it should be segregated from pill testing and other forms of medical respite and so on. It would need to be overseen by festival staff and volunteers to maintain a level of order when people are coming to receive the information that they may be seeking. So what we already know, with regards to the Fremantle and Bunbury City Councils, their websites are largely convenient and they give the user high accessibility to information and news and current events and so on. However, there's no clear underlying outline or reference to a framework, policy or mechanism that deals with the effects of alcohol at cultural events. Even when specifying my search to the Falls and Arts Music Festival website, there was no inkling of a guideline or a condition where a specific procedure may be put in place for the overconsumption at festivals. So the key sources I will be using are the Bunbury Alcohol Accord from the Bunbury City Council in conjunction with the City of Fremantle Alcohol Profile, which illustrates this gap, and that there is the management practices of alcohol are not targeted in their education, so they're not raising awareness essentially and giving people an option. And a central stat that I found from the National Drug and Alcohol Research Centre is that in 2018 they did a survey and it was reported that during Australian festivals 96.6% of attendees mostly used alcohol, and of those 41.4% drank weekly, with 64.3% of those having more than 5 to 6 drinks, which is considered to be binge drinking across a week. There are two main methodologies that I'll be using. These are the interview process, which will help me to obtain insight as to specific punters' responses to information and the mechanism that I've proposed, and a research survey, which I hope to gain a broader understanding of alcohol in social setting, the commonalities surrounding usage, why it affects a certain demographic, what types of behaviours it incites, and why it's so socially accepted, and so on. The outcomes of my research I hope to gain is to raise awareness with regards to binge drinking within the community. Are there any common reasons for binge drinking? Have attendees responded to information presented at festivals? What are the current policies set out for festival organisers to control drug and alcohol use at local events? Why is the large consumption of alcohol socially accepted? And what knowledge was to be gained from the reducing of alcohol within this context. So thank you.